Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos.
Now we are going to solve this problem 297. So in this problem it is said that under non-uniform and slippery road conditions, the four forces shown are exerted on the four drive wheels of all the wheel drive vehicles, right? It's four drive wheels and there are four forces: 300 Newton, 300 Newton, 150 Newton and 200 Newton, right? Determine the resultant of this system. So we need to determine the resultant and the x and y intercept of its line of action. Note that the front and rear tracks are equal, A, B and C, D. So this A, B and C, D are equal, right? So I have drawn this in terms of a rectangle. So this is a free body diagram, right? So this is that A, B, C, D points. This is 300 Newton force, right? This is also 300. This one is 150 Newton. Let me write it here. So this is 150 Newton and this one is 200 Newton, right? And these are making 30 degrees with the horizontal, right? So this is 30 degrees. So now in order to find the resultant, first I will resolve these two forces into its components, right? So one component will be like this. This will be the cos component of this one, right? And similarly this will be the sine component. Similarly this will be the sine component, right? So now as we can see that this component is 150 cos of 30. Similarly this one is 200 cos of 30 degrees. This one is 200 sine of 30 degrees and this one is 150 sine of 30 degrees, right? So now we need to determine the Rx component. So Rx component will be equal to summation of all forces along x. So Rx is equal to, so we have these 300 Newton in the positive x direction, right? This is the positive x direction and this is the positive y. So we will write 300 plus 300 plus all the components are along the positive x direction, so all will be added, right? So plus 150 cos of 30 degrees plus 200 cos of 30 degrees. So this will give us Rx. And to find Ry, so Ry will be equal to summation of all forces along y. So Ry will be equal to, and only these two components, right? And they are in the positive y direction, so both will be added. So it will be 150 sine of 30 degrees plus 200 sine of 30 degrees. So this will give us Ry. So let me solve this. So we get Rx is equal to 903 newtons and Ry is equal to 175 newtons, right? So now if you want to find the magnitude of R, so R will be equal to Rx square plus Ry square under the root 2, right? So R is equal to Rx. So Rx is 903 plus 175 whole square. This will give us R. So this comes out to be 920 Newton, right? So this is the magnitude of the resultant. Now we will find the moment about G, right? So this is that G point, that is the center of gravity of this car, right? So this is the center of mass, right? So this is G point, so we will find the moment about G, and let's assume that the clockwise moment is positive, right? So, and as we can see that this 300 Newton force is producing clockwise moment about this G, and the perpendicular distance of this 300 Newton force is this 760 mm, right? So this distance is 760 mm, right? Similarly, this is also 760 mm, right? And this distance is given. This distance is how much? This is 1520 mm, and this distance is also given. This is 1120 mm, right? So we will write 300 and it is producing clockwise moment, this one. So 300 multiplied by 760 mm. Similarly, this 300 Newton force is producing counterclockwise moment and the moment arm is exactly the 760 mm, so I will write minus 300 into 760, right? And now we will find the moment of this cos component. So the perpendicular distance of this cos component from G is this distance, that is 760, and it is producing clockwise moment, right? So I will write plus 150 cos of 30 into 760, right? And similarly, this cos component is producing counterclockwise moment about this G, so I will write minus 200 cos of 30 into 760, right? And now this sine component, so this sine component is producing counterclockwise moment about this G, so I will write minus 150 sine of 30 degrees, and the perpendicular distance of this sine component from this G is this much. This is 1120 mm, so I will write 1120. And similarly, this sine component is producing again counterclockwise moment, so this will be minus 200 sine of 30 degrees, and perpendicular distance of this component from this G is also 1120 mm, right? So this will give us the total moment about G in Newton mm. So when we solve this, so we get minus 228909 Newton mm, right? So this is the moment about G in terms of Newton mm. And since this is negative, so this moment is counterclockwise, right? So as we have assumed that the clockwise moment is positive, so it came to be negative, so this is counterclockwise moment. As we know that our x is positive, right? So this is our x, and our y is also positive, right? So this will be the direction of r, right? Without knowing theta, right? So this is r, right? So now what we will do is that we will find the x and y intercept of this r, and it should produce this much moment, this counterclockwise moment, right? So what we will do is that we will place this r from this point G at some distance, so that it should produce the counterclockwise moment, right? So let's suppose if I draw that resultant, so it will be like this. Let's suppose if this is that resultant, so if this is that resultant, and if I place it here, right, somewhere from G point, right, so this will be the perpendicular distance of this r from this point G. So and at this point it will produce the counterclockwise moment, right? So if I place it at this point, right, so if you people say that why not to put this in at this location, so at this location this will produce the clockwise moment, and as we have seen that this resultant should produce this much moment, right, in the counterclockwise direction. So I need to put it somewhere here, right? So now what we will do is that we are asked to find the x and y intercept of its line of action, right? So let's suppose if I extend its line of action, so this is its line of action, this is its line of action, right? So this will intersect at this point, and this will intersect at this point, right? So this will be, let's assume that this is that x distance, and let's assume that this is y distance from this G point, right? So this is the x intercept and this is the y intercept, right? So now what I will do is that I will move this force at this point, and I will resolve this force, and then I will find the moment, right? So if I move this force at this point, right, and it should produce the same moment, and it should produce the counterclockwise moment. So still it is producing the counterclockwise moment. So now if I resolve this force into its components, so then one component will be like this, and the other component will be like this, right? So now as we can see that this is Rx and this one is Ry. So only Ry is producing moment about G, right? Rx is the line of action of Rx is passing through this G, right? So we will write that Ry, and the perpendicular distance of this Ry from this G is x. So I will multiply it by x, and we will equate it to moment about G, right? So ry into x is equal to minus 228,909. So this will give us the x-intercept. So I will take the magnitude, so it will be positive, right? So 228,909 divided by ry. So ry is 175. So this will give us the x value in mm, right? So x comes out to be 1308 mm, right? So this will be the x-intercept, right? So this is from, and as we can see that if we move back this this resultant to its original position, so let's suppose if I move it back to this position, right? So as we can see that this x is in the positive x direction, so then I need to put positive sign here, right? So it will be positive. And if we want to have this x in meters, so we will divide this by 1000, so we will get 1.31 meters, right? So this is x in meters with plus sign. And now if we want to find this y value, this y-intercept, so what we will do, we will resolve this force into its components at this point, right, at this intersection point. So if I resolve this, so this will be one component. Let me resolve it so that few people, or let me move this component, right? So if I move this, so I will place it here, right? And if I move this ry component, so it will be here, right? And this ry is passing through this point G, so it will not produce any moment, so there is no need of it, right? So we will place it here. So only in this case the Rx component is producing moment above G, right? So I will write Rx into y is equal to moment above G. So y will be equal to 228,909 divided by Rx, and Rx is 903. This will give us the y-intercept weight. So this comes out to be 253 mm. And if we want to calculate this in meters, so we will divide this by 1000. So y will be equal to 0.253 meters. And as we can see from our observation that this y should be in the negative y direction, so this means that we should put minus sign over it, right? So this will be minus 0.25. So this is the solution of this problem, right? So this is the x value and this is the y value.